Well, I would like to welcome back RE/MAX specialist Maria Raymer, who's joining me now to share things that you need to avoid during the mortgage process. So welcome back to the show.
Thanks.
Yeah, great to see you as
here.
always. So what should buyers be thinking about when they apply for a loan?
Well, big changes in your life, such as if you're a 1099 or a W-2, that's a big difference when you go to get a loan.
Okay.
For example, a W-2 only needs 2 weeks paycheck stub,
wow.
whereas a 1099 needs 2 years. So you wouldn't want to switch.
2 years?
2 years of income history to get a loan. So you wouldn't want to switch from that W-2 to a 1099 just prior to getting a mortgage loan, because that would be a big problem.
Yeah, you wouldn't have those 2
You wouldn't
years
be able
to
to
be able
get-
to show.
Right,
Oh my
exactly.
gosh, that's good to know. I did not know that.
Yep.
And for many people who have gone through the process, some things, of course, might be more apparent than others, right?
Right.
So for buyers who haven't been through it, it may be more important to maybe mention some of the obvious things. So what are
Right.
some obvious mistakes you see out there with the loan
Yeah.
process?
So people get excited when they're buying a house and they think,
Yeah.
let me buy some furniture too. But
yeah.
you should wait on that. You shouldn't buy any furniture. You shouldn't get a car. Avoid opening new lines of credit. Avoid any late pays, of course. All of these things would be an issue if you were getting a loan and cause a
Yeah.
problem.
Oh my gosh. Okay, what about less obvious mistakes?
So for the more seasoned borrower, they can still overlook things. Again, major changes such as job, divorce, marital status change could really affect a loan. Random deposits.
Really?
Oh yeah, putting big cash deposits in your account.
Okay.
Then they want to know where that came from and why that's in there. Things people do, I see it's a common mistake, is they think co-signing for someone else's loan is not an issue, but it is, and it does affect your credit and your debt ratio. So you would avoid that during the loan process, of course.
Yeah, because even if it's not your own loan,
Yeah.
you're still tied to that money
Absolutely.
that you're taking out and helping somebody else potentially.
100%.
Okay,
yes.
so do you have any other tips to make this process smoother?
Yeah, I mean, I would personally avoid long vacations, being out of town, because there's a lot of documentation that needs to be sent in. And if you're out of town, something comes up, that could be a little difficult to do. But in general, if you're going to make any big changes, credit, debt, income, talk to your lender first. Some of these things may not be a problem, but some could cause a big problem, and the loan may be denied. I've actually had people switch jobs and say, well, this one pays more money, so this should be no
Better,
problem. This
yeah.
should be better. But again, it causes a change, and really avoid all major changes until the loan is closed.
Right, and if you do make those changes, you're just gonna have to wait longer, right?
Exactly, or sometimes not qualify. Again,
At all,
back
yeah.
to the point of if they switch from a W-2 and open their own business, they're not going to get a loan for 2 years. So these are big things to consider, and
now,
people
can
overlook
something
them.
change after, let's say they did change after they got the loan, can they come back after them and be like, wait
Oh,
a
no.
second now?
No.
Okay, so once you've secured it, you're good.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
You
make
can-
those changes after.
That's exactly right.
No need to rush in that. We wanna make sure we get it right, right?
That's right.
And if they need a little bit of help, how can they get in touch with you?
MariaRaymer.com.
Easy enough. She's also got a great blog on there too. You are so in the know, over 25 years experience with RE/MAX.
you.
So thank you so much
Yeah.
for being here today and helping us out with that. It's a very important topic.
Yeah, my pleasure. Thank you.
Of course. And if you would like to see this interview again, everyone, just head to First Coast News Plus.